Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, other. Hello, my name is Jovie. Thank you for coming to the channel. If you came here from my Instagram or my TikTok, which I'll put the handles of right here, thank you for making the trek. I very much appreciate it. Like I said, my name is Jovie and I have Tourette syndrome, and I've been making content about that on TikTok and now Instagram for a couple years now, but I've wanted to make a YouTube channel as well. I haven't yet, just because I was really intimidated by it and I couldn't make up my mind on what I wanted to do with it. But I've decided I'm going to do everything that I want to do with it. So the channel is going to be a little bit all over the place, but I'm going to be watching movies and watching things and talking about Tourette syndrome awareness and my experience with it and my music, and taking my camera places. Just vloggy type stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, you should kiss me. Go ahead and give me a subscribe. So I thought, given all those parameters of the things I want to do, that a great place to start would be to watch Baylen Out Loud, which is the TLC show about the TikToker Baylen Dupree with Tourette syndrome. I was going to watch the episode as a whole and just cut it down to what I wanted it to be. Unfortunately, if you are using OBS, which I am, can't watch things on YouTube that are copyrighted. So I'm actually just going to watch clips of it today. So let's do this. With people with Tourette's, when we see other people ticking, it's going to make our tics worse. So I will be ticking more throughout this video as it goes on. So sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry about it. That's just how it is. Cope.
Is something that I try to totally avoid, but I need to be able to navigate around the grocery store with my tics in order to prove that I can live on my own.
Yeah, grocery shopping for me in the past has been a very difficult feat. I have severe Tourette syndrome. You can't always tell because I don't tic 24/7, fun fact. But in the past, grocery shopping has been a nightmare. For the most part now, because of my mobility issues and because of my Tourette's, I usually just order groceries to my house. But in the past, when I was still going, I had to have somebody with me. Because I would hit things and I would kick things and I would say things to strangers that I didn't want to say. I would scream. There was a moment in time where I had a black eye most of the time because I was hitting myself because of my tics, and I would be doing that in the store. And that must have not been very fun for people to see, so I did start ordering from home. If you are disabled, know that ordering groceries to your house is perfectly acceptable.
Where did the tic little baby wiener come?
Where did it come from?
There had to be the 12-year-old that spray painted a penis on the boat.
Little baby wiener came from you just seeing a spray painted
Penis!
Yeah, that's another thing. I have no idea where my tics come from, A, or B, they come from the smallest, stupidest little things. So like a tic that I've had now for about 3-4 years now pretty consistently is Tigger, and just different variations of Tigger. It started off with Tigger stamp, and then it was Tigger whistle, like just stupid stuff like that. And it came from, I work with intellectually disabled individuals, and one of them came up to me and went, Tigger, and it is stuck. It is stuck for years now. And so yeah, they come from really, or they can come from really stupid little things.
Are you gonna do this when you're out on your own, Baylen? Going through all the glass section and the condiments.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna avoid until I find.
Okay, so that I found really interesting, and I'm going to assume that they're doing that just for the show. But that is a good example of how not to interact with somebody with Tourette's. I would advise, if you're with somebody who has Tourette's, to not point out all the glass around them, to not point out all the things that their tics could do, because tics are very my goodness, tics are very suggestible. They are affected by your environment. They're affected by things that people say around you, by the things that you say. And so giving it that fuel is not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. And I also wish that the mom is kind of saying it in a way of like, you'll never be able to do it. Like that was kind of the implication there of, how are you going to do this when you're out on your own? That felt a little bit, I don't know, not very nice. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong.
This is like a test, Faye. It's all a test.
So that right there is another thing. To take somebody to a place with Tourette's and say, okay, we're going to go in, don't tick. This is a test to see if you can do these things. That is going to amp up the situation, make the person more anxious, make them think about it more, and make them tick more because of that. So there it is again.
People have said that I'm faking Tourette's for
I'm
attention.
faking Tourette's.
Why would I do that?
Every day I have a new comment telling me that I'm faking it, and it's so crazy to me, and it hurts. Like, I can laugh it off now and just say they don't know what they're talking about, but it is kind of bizarre to have this thing that has this much control over your life, that has caused this much emotional and physical pain, and for someone to just brush it off as not fake. It's kind of a weird feeling. And they always say that it's fake for the weirdest reasons, like, oh, you're not ticking in this video, but you're ticking in this one. And like, that's how Tourette's work. We're not ticking 24/7. Or they'll say, oh my God, you just said that you're going to tick before you did. That's not how it works. It is premonitory urges exist. So yeah, if you're on the internet with a disability, you're going to constantly be told that you're faking, unfortunately.
See if there's a half a dozen, because I think we're gonna need 3.
Okay, so I liked that they did pick up on the fact that that little hand thing was a tick, because there is the stereotype of you're ticking what you're thinking, you're ticking just swear words, you're just yelling. And a lot of it is those little movements, those little little things in your face or in your hands. I like that they picked up on that and that they showed this is in itself a tick.
Why does that one say ungraded eggs? What does that mean?
I'm not sure. Can you
That's
just
a great question. I have no idea what an ungraded egg is.
Okay, they're good.
They
Close
look
it.
great.
But-
They
okay.
look amazing.
Okay.
They look fantastic. Stupid.
Okay.
There that is again. Don't amp it up in that way, because that's naturally going to make the ticks worse. Sorry, I'm going to keep bringing that up. Anyways.
Cajun crab dip? I mean,
I love doing anything with my kids.
This isn't good for you because then you're, you said a bad word.
I'm sorry, once again, I gotta say it. Telling someone, oh, this is a bad place for you because this tick is gonna happen, this is gonna trigger your ticks. Nah, that in itself is gonna trigger your ticks. Because if I'm holding an egg and I'm cracking an egg and I'm making food, I'm gonna be fine until somebody comes up to me and says, well, like on a good day, until somebody comes up to me and says, oh my God, don't throw the egg. Oh my God, you have Tourette's, you're gonna throw the egg. Then I might throw the egg because I'm thinking about it. Anyways.
squishy, I'm going to smash. That's a trigger.
Not even Tourette's related, I just really like slime and stuff. Sticks and
really
stones may break my
bad.
bones, but chains and whips excite me.
I don't know. I'm just conflicted because those are the times where I feel most vulnerable, where I just want to like protect you.
Which is a very understandable thing, I imagine, as a parent to feel that. I would just say there are better ways to get that point across in the moments, you know? But her heart's in the right place, and I appreciate that. What, are you gonna cry, bitch? Sorry. We are now at a restaurant. God bless. Restaurants for me are a major trigger, always have been, because there are things in front of me to be thrown. There are people around me. Any stimulating environment is gonna make things worse.
Girl looks over one more time, I'm not even kidding.
That's so real. I have if you guys have seen my TikToks, you've probably seen Taylor, and Taylor is ready to fight a bitch anytime we go out in public. Anytime anybody looks at me wrong, he's ready to say some shit. So gotta love family and friends that are down to throw hands for you.
It makes it worse, like you're causing me more anxiety in public by staring.
So there's a couple things I want to say about that. I'm sure that the entire time filming this show, having a camera crew talking about Tourette's this much must have been a constant trigger. So not only having that there, talking about it, being surrounded, like I said, restaurants are a major trigger for me. So people are looking more, A, because you've got the cameras there, and B, because you have Tourette's. That is a shitstorm of things that are happening to make tics worse.
I think I'm gonna go in there and try to escape all of the noise.
Again, with restaurants being a very stimulating environment, I very much understand needing to just get my ass outside or into another room to escape it.
I'm getting scared. It's my birthday. I don't want to die on it.
I love this child so much. I love this child.
Gotta have like a little faith in her. Have to, like,
She slapped me with a piece of pizza at the kitchen table yesterday. Who's to say she's not gonna slap her?
I could not.
Like,
Thank you.
See, it makes me sad that they're talking about her in this way, you know? And at least, I know they're worried, and at least to an extent, I'm glad they're not saying, who's to say she's not gonna slap this waiter in front of her, because again, tics are suggestible. She'd be way more likely to slap the waiter now that she's heard that. Like, just just giving it the ideas and giving it the what ifs is really difficult, especially like, and I did see the first episode, and she talks a lot about OCD, and everybody I know that has Tourette's also has OCD. I have OCD, and that adds to it a lot of what if I do this thing, what if I do this thing. And so I don't know, it kind of sucks to see them talk about her this way. I don't know.
We don't want our daughter to be 24 living at home.
Nope.
Hey, nothing wrong with being 24 and living at home. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you're disabled.
What the is that?
That's so real. The tics, they're just so unflatteringly insane for no reason. Like the weird sounds. Yeah, very common.
What did you wish for?
I wished for Bay getting a little better with her tics, and then I'd take another couple pair of sunglasses.
I love this child. I love him so much. Give this man a show. Give this man a spin-off.
Are you gonna pick other people's tics up?
I have had an opportunity to go to the Tourette's camp as a counselor. I applied, and then A, I couldn't afford it, and B, I'm like, I don't know if I can be around that many people with Tourette's. That sounds exhausting. Like, even just me and Willa for a week was, it was rough.
I hate flying because the airport is a tic disaster.
Also relatable. I had a tic a couple years ago, and I travel pretty often. I had a tic a couple years ago, which was just saying tick, tick, boom. And I had that at the airport, and I was like, I hope nobody thinks too hard about that one. I didn't get it at the airport, but I'm like, if somebody thinks about it too hard, this could be an issue. But from my understanding, there's like training for flight staff to be aware of people with Tourette's saying stuff like this. I've heard. I don't know if that's the case. But those people will be there for you. So there's that.
It's so intense and it's so painful. You feel powerless, like you are in no control. Like you can want to control it, but it's not gonna end out the way you like it.
There's nothing more terrifying, I think, than a severe tic attack like that. Mine have turned out where there's blood everywhere, or there's hair that is not attached to my head anymore, or being very badly bruised. I have passed out during tic attacks because I'm holding my breath too much. Like, there's nothing more terrifying, and the pain of it, like not just the pain that you're causing yourself, but the pain inward of feeling like you're on fire. It's a horrible feeling. It's not fun. Can I also just say, I'm so jealous of her hair. It's so pretty.
It's been years since I've been on a bike because of my tics. It's a little bit scary.
Because for me, when I'm doing something that involves, using your body, where I'm working out, or I use a wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair a lot of the time because of my neurological condition. So even when I'm in my chair and I have to focus on pushing my chair, or I'm in a bike, or I'm driving a car, those things make my tics better. So I find it interesting that that's how they affect the bike riding with her.
A moment when you're trying to let your 3.5-year-old son ride his bike for the first time. Yeah. There's discomfort, but there's excitement.
Vagina! Wear a helmet, stupid.
Except for she's not 3.5.
No.
See, I get what she's trying to say with that, but it could have been worded a little nicer. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Wear a helmet, stupid!
You gotta watch taking your hand off that.
Hey, that's not bad advice.
The whole trick riding, Narnia, one-handed high five driving.
Sorry to laugh at that. The way he said that was funny. Ugh. I'm gonna watch one more video, but that was just supportive family moments. And I think the family dynamic is really interesting, and I don't know how much of it is for the show and how much of it isn't. But I do think there are better ways to interact with somebody with Tourette's, even if you are worried about them and you are worried about their safety. Amping it up isn't a good idea. All right, there's one more video I want to watch that I just saw here on the side, so let's do that.
I know the procedure is really invasive in a lot of ways, but how astounding is it that Baylen's tics could get cut 50%? That's life-changing.
See, DBS is something, deep brain stimulation. It's a brain surgery to help with a lot of things, but one of the things that it can help is Tourette's. And I thought about it, but now I feel like I can't because I have a chest tattoo and I don't really want it. Look how sick it is, first of all. But I don't really want it getting messed up by the surgery, so I'll take Tourette's for the rest of my life. I haven't seen the full episode, so I'm not sure if she decided to do that. But I hope if she does that it's very helpful. But yeah, for me, dude, I'm not messing up the ear of my two-headed calf. Are you kidding me? Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. If you want me to watch more of this show in particular, let me know. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back soon.